Drop it.
Okay, so what I'm looking to do here is, now that I got my entry, I'm simply going to bring my stuff down. I'm going to bring it down to the 200 for now. Let the play graduate. I need it to graduate. Give it some room to breathe. Keep my stop loss tight. And that is pretty much all I want to do right now, right? As soon as I get the opportunity to make it even tighter, and just one of the few opportunities in my own life that allows me to make things tighter. But here we go. Okay, so literally playing for free. That is the objective here. I get stopped out. I get stopped out. I don't care, right? This trade becomes free. It's free. It's free to play. Got stopped out. Keep it moving. We then go ahead and seek another entry. We have to confirm that the thesis is still the same here, and it looks like it is. So I'm going to go ahead and see. Now, could I chase this candle down? You know what? I'm going to chase it down for the point of this, right? I got the candle a little late, so therefore my stop is also going to be a little late. I adjust my stop relative to my entry here, and I let the trade develop. Okay, that is all I'm doing. All right, got stopped out of the first trade. Cool. We're going to see what can happen here on this trade. The idea here, boys and girls, is if you can protect your fees, do so. In this instance, even if, let's say, I decided to lose $150, I still put myself in position to get into plays that pay $9.50 on a one-to-one. My focus here is risk to reward. It will always be risk to reward. You could go ahead and look at pretty much every system, every indicator. You could go ahead and overthink all things about the trade, but it's all risk to reward. What you guys are seeing here with Titan, with 1348, with the ribbon here, is basically a visual illustration of price action. We're momentum traders, therefore we are price action traders. All right. Let's not try to get in our ways at all times, overthinking things, bouncing around from one time frame to validate another. A lot of you guys do that, and I'm here to tell you that's wrong. Analysis paralysis, don't do it to yourself. Your price action traders, your goal is to put math in your favor. That is all you're doing. With Titan, as we see here, Titan gives you that advantage where you're able to identify the trend, okay? And what you're doing is, in identifying the trend, you are placing a trade on a best guess basis, okay? Now, if your best guess still proves to be that you're 50% trader, who cares? I want you all to be 50% traders. I want you to be less than 50% traders. I want you to win 30% of your trades, but still remain profitable. That is showcasing mathematics, 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1. And once again, as long as you're making your trades free or making it free to play, you should never be stressing about your day. Ever. Ever. So what I'm finding in my one-on-ones when working with people is that because you're absorbing large losses, you start trading scared and you take your winners just way too fast. Over time, mathematically, you have a 1-to-2 instead of a 2-to-1, and it just really blows your whole account up, right? So for those who do not have data on their trades, I suggest you start collecting that data. and knowing what your average loss is versus what your average win is. All right. You don't want to get into that vicious cycle. Okay. You don't want to get into that vicious cycle. Volume, too low? Is it too low? All right. Alex, Fave Pro checking in. Interesting. Okay. So, um, in that trade, I got stopped out once again. I don't care. I posted in Gabe's corner. Is it too low? Hmm. Let's go on over to filters here. Let's edit filters. Let's see if we can get it at or about here. How's that, guys? Better? Just a little bit louder. It's good? Okay. All right, I sound fine. All right, awesome. John, good morning, sir. It's okay. All right, awesome. Okay, so let's get back to this here. All right, Shanta, good morning. Pablo, good morning. J-Time, good morning. Slaughter, good morning. John Casciola, what's up, brother? All right, so I got stopped out of this trade. It just wasn't meant to be, right? It was not meant to be. And I need you guys to accept that losses are a part of this game. They are a part of this game. It's just, it is what it is. You cannot let those losses, uh, uh, I guess, control your day or control your career. If I'm able to walk away with a trade where I lost 500 bucks, I'm happy, you know, because I know I'm going to hit a trade that's going to pay me $3,000 or $4,000. I'm okay with it. Okay. Um, of course, all of this is scalable. You guys need to get into Titan here and look at what is scalable for you. Here I have $1,000. That's what I'm risking per trade, $1,000. So what you guys have to do is find your 1%. You have to find your 1% relative to, you have to find your 1% relative to your port size. You're only risking 1% per trade. Now I know a lot of you are doing like the prop firm challenges, and with that you got to play it a little differently, right? And for those who are crying like, oh, the prop firm challenges are too hard. No, I love it. I love it. I love that the prop firm challenges are difficult. I love that the prop firm challenges are forcing you to change it up a little bit, right? Because if you cannot think critically to pass a prop firm challenge, you're not going to be able to think critically in real-time market. So whether you're going to say, I'm going to allocate 5% risk, 10% risk, just being mindful, right? Being mindful with a 10% risk, you want to try to be a 2-to-1 trader. With a 5% risk, you could probably get away with being a 1.5-to-1 trader. Okay. And I know for a lot of people, they're like, but it's going to take too long to pass the challenge. And I think that the greatest enemy to all of you guys as traders is your patience. It's your patience. I was doing a one-on-one yesterday. And I brought up the concept of possibility versus opportunity. Do you guys know the difference? Does anybody know the difference? No one knows the difference, right? So, all right, here we go. When you guys start thinking of trades in the realm of opportunities, right? Some are getting it. Some are getting it. So, Millie TV struggle with a lot of chop, and we're going to cover that right after this, right? So, opportunity is when this candle comes here. That's the opportunity, right? The trade is giving me an opportunity to make money, right? So, you're trading with the mindset of opportunity, right? When you start trading with possibility, that's when you get screwed because then you're like, hey, this could possibly go to 4 to 1. I mean, theoretically, every trade can go to 4 to 1, 3 to 1, 2 to 1. And that's a possibility. But you're here for opportunity, not possibility. As someone mentioned in the comments, possibility is based on hope. And then opportunities based on your present reality. And I want you guys to respect your portfolio and respect the opportunities that you have each and every day to wake up and do, like the best. In my mind, I look at this and I'm like, where else am I going to be able to make $10,000 before 9:30 in the morning, right? Where else am I, going to get this opportunity? And that's the thing. You guys are given an incredible opportunity. Don't fucking blow it up, right? It's a big difference. Think. Opportunity, not possibility, right? So let's talk about chop. A lot of you need some help with this, okay? So let me get this here. We're going to look at this, for example. And what you have is basically an EMA braid. All the EMAs are literally lined up. Let me go ahead and hide price action. You see, all the EMAs are literally right here. All this. This is basically braiding. Okay. You want to avoid this nonsense. This is how you stay out of chop. When you're looking at price action, do not look at the candles. Hide your candles and look at what the EMAs are doing, right? To see this better, let me turn off Titan, and you could see all the EMAs are in a sandwich, okay? This is how you stay out of chop. More importantly, I want you guys to be able to isolate the 24 EMA, which is this white line here, and I can literally draw it flat. With the moving average here, I could literally draw it flat. Okay? I can do this and draw it flat. It's not letting me draw on this, by the way, but pretty much draw it flat. Whatever. Okay. That was shitty. that was crappy. But I could literally draw this flat, right? And so in knowing this, I now have a reference point as to what I need the EMAs to do and what I need the moving average to do to break me out of chop. Make sense? When in doubt, hide your candles and get a look at your EMAs. This is going to the most simplest, easiest way to be able to identify chop and stay the hell away from it. This is how you do it. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and say something here. A lot of you may or may not agree with this, right? Let me go ahead and delete these drawings here. Well, delete the circle. Oops. Jesus. All right. Let me refresh. It's just like, what did I do? Uh, Supercharts. All right. So back here. Now we could clearly see Now you could clearly see that we got a candle break above, right? By virtue of breaking above that 24, we know um, that we're in the clear here, right? Potentially. And again, what we want to see is a trade design to the upside and potentially bringing us to this target here of 43.85, right? So now you have this level here. You don't want to be in this level. You don't want to be caught between the 48, the 24, and the 13. You just don't, right? Also, do you guys understand why you're getting caught in chop? Okay, so this is what's happening, and this is why you guys get caught up in chop. Some of you ain't gonna like this answer. Michael Milley? No, that's not what I'm saying. You take your setups at the trade design, okay? So, Michael Milley, if you want to take your setups at the 24, right, then you're actually going to help me illustrate something else here, right? When you, John Alvarez says, because we're idiot sandwiches, no. The reason why you guys get caught up in chop is, I'll go ahead and, there's 5 contracts there. I'll add to that. And I'm going to go ahead and set myself up here, right? That'll be, I'll buy here if it breaks, right? That's it. Okay. So the reason why you guys are getting caught in chop is because when it starts happening, you're doing this. You're living on candles. You're trying to understand what the candle is telling you when you get caught up in chop. We can argue to death about this and to say no. That's exactly what's happening. Your brain is attempting to process what's happening, right? And the only apparent and viable bit of information it has is what the candles are doing. So what you are doing is you're trading in reflex. It becomes reflex, right? Now you've lost control of your thesis because your eyes and your brain is looking for the most apparent and the most obvious signal of like, hey, yeah, let me jump in this here. Let me jump in that. Oh my God, it's chopped. Like, which candle? You start living in the candle and you start getting wrecked, right? I think I've mentioned this before, and I'll mention it again. And I say this all the time. Okay, so I'm filled here, and I'm just going to go ahead and set my stop, and I don't care. Okay, my stop set, I don't care. Right? Okay, so when you guys start living in the candle, okay, what's your thesis? You don't have one. It's gone, right? And you know who becomes your master? You know who becomes your master? Noise. Candle is noise. I've said this before and I will say it 100 times over and over and over, right? Wait, can you turn your fill alerts off or lower them? They're loud? I don't know how to do that. Hold on. Let's see. Uh, that should work. All right. Better? Okay. So, the bear. Am I still? Why? The bear. Come on, man. Why do I need to hold AMC? I look like a charity event? Yeah, just gonna hold. No, no, I'm not. Anyways, so candles are noise. And let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead, turn off the candles. once again. I'm going to turn off Titan. We're going to hide Titan right now. Right. And that's it. We can hide BJ key levels, by the way, so you could see this with a little more clarity. Candles are just noise. Right. I was illustrating how someone could enter B setup here yesterday, right, on a 101. The right B setups to enter. That'll be another video for you guys. But anyways, that's what you're here for. Everything else is just noise. Just noise, right? And for those who want to play after hours, right, I want you guys to take a look at this. I mean, some days it works, some days it doesn't. But when you really, really look at it, flat, flat, flat. Let's go ahead, right? Flat for the most part. Waiting for the page to load here. But anyways, you guys don't ever get caught up with candles. Stick to your guns, stick to momentum. The moving averages are going to tell you everything you need to know. Okay. Now, let's turn everything back on. All right. So, here we go. In this situation here, what are we looking at? We're looking at me being profitable. I got stopped out on the last trade. Cool. And I see a BJ key level here. For me, I got to respect all levels. I am going to bring my stop here for now. So now this trade costs me nothing. Okay. And D Baker, I'm not using shortcut keys. Anyways, so we see here there's a reaction to this level. And I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to close my position. Why am I going to close my position? I see a reaction to the level. Now I could re-enter on the break of it, but you could see there's sensitivity to that level. Do I have enough information to tell me like, hey, you're going to get a continuation? I do. I do. Right? But I don't want to fuck around and find out. Okay. You still got some sensitivity here. Right. So, check this out. This is another great example. Right? This is another great example. Opportunity versus possibility. There's a possibility that it can break, or I can be opportunistic and take profit. I want what's real. I don't like to fantasize. All fantasizing does is, gives you chafe marks, dry hands, and a need for lotion. I don't like that. All right. This is reality for me. This is the world I live in. So it's asked me a couple of times if I'm sure I want to hold. Right. It's teasing me. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the opportunity of making $937. No questions asked. I am done. There's a possibility this can run up to 1800, but I am not in the game of being hopeful. Don't let the market sweet talk you. Okay. Now, STA Addis says, Morning, Gabe. After watching Trailing Threshold Apex Master Training video, much more respect for you, brother. More proof you've been looking out for us the whole time. Appreciate you, sir. Come on. Yes. All I am doing is looking out for you guys. It's up to you guys to listen. It is up to you guys to listen. Guys, not for nothing, not for nothing, but I've been trading longer than Apex and Top Step has been around. Come on. You guys don't think I know this game? You guys don't think I know this game? Come on. All right? T- I mean, let's just get back to it, right? So we had a profitable trade. Yay. Now we're looking for another possible setup. Listen, everybody's like, we're degenerates. It's hard for them to listen. I can't hear it all. Right? And Alex T is just trolling once again. Good job. I need fans. I need fans like you. The A button that locks the zoom in. I'm asking because it changes the slope from flat to angled when zooming in and out. I don't know. I don't know. Hot Potato's the king of shortcut keys here, not me. I'm old school. Alex, do you need OnlyFans? All right. So what we subscribing to? What we subscribing to? All right. AMD, Apple Q, all running on perfect setups to the upside. Let's go ahead and take a look at that really quick. Right. Although we're trading futures here. Nice. Right. How about this? How about this? You were told to put your stop loss here, did you? Right? Were you, were you told to put... Who's listening? Who put their stop loss here? Whoever is in the queues, whoever in SPY and Apple, who put their stop loss there? We told you to do it. The boy. Thanks, bro. I keep it simple. I like to keep it simple. But I think Baker is talking about hitting the A that fits the data in the screen, and then you can zoom in or out. I've been around since the Patreon days. I've seen you prove your market knowledge over and over and over, and the tools only keep getting better and better. Keep it up, Gabe. Those that know. Kenny, I appreciate that. I took profit there on the SPY. Yeah. Is it possible to get alerts from Titan when the A or B? I believe we have alerts in the Discord for that. Algo? Do we? Let's see. Guys, we've been moving. We do, exactly. So turn on your notifications for those alerts. You got futures, ES, and Q alerts. They're all right here. It's beautiful. It's all right here. Just turn on those channel notifications. Right? We got the 5-minute bot alerts. All right there. We got it all right there. Okay. Yeah, see? Hope you moved your stop loss. And you got stopped out. Of course, you had the 2-to-1. That should have been your target. But hey, if you're just gonna play, I mean... Oh, this is something else. This is what I want you guys doing. You guys ready for this? By the way, if you guys want to do a one-on-one and you want me to take your game to the next level, reach out to Diana. We'll get you set up. Because my track record... Yo... I'm batting 1,000 right now. We changing people's lives in here. But anyways, what you want to do, right, is regardless of where you set your take profit, right, let's say that's your take profit. Change that to green. Regardless of where your take profit is, your job as a trader, okay, your job as a trader is to squeeze the market for everything it's got. Okay? So you enter the trade. Your stop loss is originally here. Then, when you have the breathing room, you bring up your stop loss. Then, you ended up bringing it up here. It hits your 2 to 1. Cool. But let's say it doesn't, right? At least your stop is right there. But if it breaks your 2 to 1, or if it's stuttering up here, you could then go ahead, take your stop, bring it up halfway. Your job is to squeeze price action. That's your job. Squeeze price action because the minute you go ahead and bring your stop, I can just grab this here. The minute you go ahead and bring your stop here, right? The minute you bring your stop there, you have altered your risk. Let's go ahead and look at this, okay? Let's say I'm risking 500. Let's say my 1-to-1 is $500, right? If I'm protecting myself and all that I'm risking are fees, whether it's options or whether it's futures, it's literally pennies on a dollar. So you're skewing your risk to reward dynamically, and the amount of money you make long term by doing something like this, you guys need to allow yourself to do those repetitions and play every play the same. Where as soon as you can protect your entry, you do exactly that. You will see over time your risk to reward metrics just whoa. You're going to be like, what? You're making $500 on average, but then you're losing 30. You're skewing the risk to reward in your favor. That's all that trading is. I don't care what system it is. You could give me smart money concepts. You could give me Fibonacci retracements. You could give me, I don't know, BAM model. You literally can give me any system. And as long as I'm managing my risk, I'll make that system look fucking amazing. And, all right, how many of you guys were in Discords before this one? Like, how many of you guys have been strategy whores and Discord whores and that kind of thing? How many of you guys? What do you think of protecting your entry as soon as you enter the trade? You can't because you need to let the trade develop, Michael. You need to let it develop. As soon as you got breathing room, then you push it up. Okay. Salazar, me. Yeah, Pablo, me. Nope. Okay. Not I. Shady Mix. Daily Taylor, I'm your first. Yeah. Gabe, you used to have 4-hour and daily traffic lights at your web portal. Not anymore now. We have evolved, and so have you. Social 2. Darlene says, unfortunately, me didn't know a thing about the market before 1348. Wow. That's just 1348, but used to be a member of the Motley Fool. What? Really? The Motley Fool? Damn. And Brian, damn, I'm everybody's first. 4-hour and daily are in Discord. There you go. Thank you, Algo. You're the first trading team I came across and stuck to it. James Boy, absolutely. All right, so you guys need to stick to it. Jacob, good morning, sir. You guys need to stick to one system, stick to one strategy, and then just couple it with risk to reward. You're all set. Welcome to a trading career. Welcome to a trading career. Gabe, would you be willing to give a seminar in person? Can come to and trade under your guidance, Tuxedo Flux. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, seminars cost money. The space, beverages, all that stuff, right? So it would just have to make sense, right? So let's see. Gabe left the changes. 1348 is truly the best. Granddad's Cash, thank you. The gamer, welcome. All right, so seems like I'm everybody's first. Guess we weren't too far from coke and hookers after all. I'm everybody's fucking pimp. And the chart is your drug. Yeah. Anyways, let's let's get back into ES. Let's see here. Okay. So Keanu says I'm his second. Uh, oh man. Let's see. Okay. John Cashola, you've deflowered so many of us. You know, that sounds like the exact type of terminology a judge would tell a priest after facing trial. You've deflowered these young children. Ugh. Just, uh, it's more fun being first. All right, STV. As long as they're not fucking bleeding everywhere. All right, and first, Blue Arrow's like first and hopefully last one. Don't make me start playing some Barry White. All right. Would you have re-entered once it came down to the entry point again on that 10-10 candle? Good question. Okay. Good question. All right. This is when you have to start looking at your indicators. But I have re-entered? Probably not. Why? Well, RSI broke its moving average. Heikinashi candles are getting very, very, very thin. And that parabolic saw right there, that's looking super flat right there. That's looking flat. I think this is pretty much consolidation. Okay. It's consolidation. I don't like this at all. And therefore, I'm glad that I took the opportunity, secured the bag, as opposed to the possibility that we hit 2-1. I hate living in possibility. Okay, Darlene, you're welcome. This is what I'm gonna say, guys. If he took a trade, well, now we got a B set up flashing, right? We're gonna see. We're gonna see how that works. But if he took a trade, and then he took the profit, right? And then it comes back to the entry. If the thesis stays the same, then by all means. But then you also have to think about it. There's a reason why price action came back to its entry, right? That literally means that the structure of your thesis has changed, right? So let's go ahead and see what happens here. Now you're getting 50-50 chance of going long. Daniel Mitch didn't learn anything till he got here. Great. That's awesome. Okay. So, as it stands, you got a 50-50 chance here, right? This should keep you honest and humble and not chasing. Another clue here is you literally have Titan. Like, it's gone flat right here. Okay. Patience and let the trade show its hand. Always remember it's about opportunity, not possibility. Now, is it a possibility we have a candle? This candle just shoot right up. Major Viagra candle, major erection. Yeah, anything's possible in these markets. But I'm looking for facts, and I'll take opportunity based on facts. So, we're going to wait and see if a trade design, in fact, there you go. But As we could see, that trade design is just flickering around, which is telling me that should allow the trade to develop a little more, right? I'm not just going to jump into that trade design there. I should allow it to develop a little more. I'm okay with sitting on my hands right now. 100% okay. Is it? Exactly. Danny Mitch, there's not enough follow through with the momentum. Absolutely. Absolutely. What do we have here? Moving average flat as hell. This is olive oil, Lindsay Lohan, flat ass right there. Then you have Heikinashi candles, and they are not developing. A doji, right? Doji candle there. They're not really developing. Okay. So I'd probably stay out of this zone for a little bit. All right, now you got a beast setup here. The conditions aren't met. Not enough information. Not enough confirmation. Right. The only thing that we only had a B set up. That was the only check mark that we had. It was the B set up there. All right. Can I speak on AMC? All right. You know what? Let me just do this really quick. There's only 10 more minutes in this live stream, anyways. I'm going to speak of AMC really, really quickly. I think AMC is the reason why retail is where they're at. The reason why I don't speak on AMC and I don't care to speak on AMC is because I'm constantly attacked and I think differently. What I'm teaching every single one of you guys is to be able to think for yourself and trade for yourself and develop a skill that will benefit you and pay dividends over a lifetime. Speaking on AMC and suggesting that AMC is what I can't do what everybody else is doing and just sell you on hope. I just talked about opportunity versus possibility. Was there a possibility that AMC was going to go to 500,000? Yeah. But then you have to look at the opportunity and the opportunity cost. There's individuals who had $1 million. They were up $1 million in AMC and then found themselves down 300,000. It was the possibility trumped opportunity. The opportunity was $1 million to secure that bag, but because we were so caught up on AMC, sense of community, I have your back, you have my back, etc., etc. Believe me, I ate that dog food too because I felt like it was a unique happening in the market, right? I felt like there was a unique happening in the market, that's something that we never saw before, and I was proud to be part of that. But then the ugly heads start to pop up, right? Then you just start seeing that, you know, it 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 it, it was no longer in Trey's best interest. It was everybody just sort of kind of like packed up and bounced, and they were like, "I did my part. I'm done." Right? That sense of community just like fell apart, and it started falling apart when I stated, hey, we should sell AMC. And then Trey, to save his fucking ass, said, I don't agree with you. Instead of calling me and talking about this privately, because if he was such a good trader worth any ounce of salt, he saw the same fucking thing. And it was at that moment I realized AMC is a bunch of horse shit. Now you got, and I keep saying this, Miss Cucumber. What the fuck is her name? Jesus, what is her name? Terrible, man. All the simps got had. She used all you sons of bitches to catapult her brand and said, "Fuck you, AMC." None of her tweets are about market transparency. No, no. Now she's talking about like She's doing some fucking CNN bullshit now. Like, literally, like, good for her. She figured it out. But at the end of the day, AMC, just a bunch of bag holders. Unfortunately, that is just the reality. You had the opportunity, you didn't take it, you fell in love with the possibility, and now you're facing the reality. You got fucked, and you got no one to blame but yourself. No one to blame but yourself. Okay? And I doubled down, guys. You guys remember TMI was still covering AMC? And I said on the live stream, you're still covering AMC. I got no respect for you. That was a turning point for TMI because he did not want my brand to cannibalize his brand. And there was a conflict of interest there. Think about it. You guys, you heard me. I doubled down on that shit. This man was taking a paycheck from me. He was taking a paycheck to the tune of $25,000 a month. And you're still doing that shit? You're still. Man, I wish I had a little doll or mannequin. You're still doing this. You're gonna be okay with AMC, right? And then jumping in here, like, yeah, traders, this is what you do. Like, such a conflict of interest. You're double dipping. It is what it is, right? So that's why I say what I say. That's why I do what I do. You know, some people like me. Oh, dude, Frank B. Tax free too. Apparently, he just took the money, bounced to the other side of the border there, and. But anyways, uh, it was. Yeah, I don't know. The captain's probably somewhere in this. I mean, he could validate the story. Diana could tell you the story. I mean, yeah. But anyways, yeah. Then tried to extort for 150,000. Then tried to broker a deal with caveman alerts, and those fuckers try to get me to buy them for 420,000. Guys, go to cavemanalerts.com right now. It's horseshit, right? Every motherfucker in AMC. I'm gonna say this right now, and this is why Shirt the Vix followed suit because he knows Shirt the Vix is an integral man, right? An integral man, and I give STB applause for this, right? Every motherfucker covering AMC, they fake. They're not traders. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about, right? They're frauds. All of them. Trey was a fraud. TMI fraud, right? Don Diamond Hands, fucking fraud. Terrible, a fraud. The only people that I can say that are not frauds in AMC, Wrench, STV. Everybody else just fucking frauds. Period. All fucking frauds. Done. I said it. They all frauds. Ape Father, big fraud. Big fucking fraud. They're all fucking frauds. Keenan, man, that dude keep it clean. Keenan, a real one. No, hold on. Nah, Keenan, cool. I love Keenan, right? But everybody else, Lil, A Father, Trey, TMI, all of them, they're all fucking frauds. What have they done for you lately? They ain't do shit, right? Bam. Bam. A fraud, right? Ah, here I am. Here I am, like talking about all this, and we had a condition to be met. He broke a level, and boom, it hit the 2-1, right? Like Keenan, legit. Everybody else, the fucking frauds. The frauds, right? Matt Kors. Let me tell you something about Matt Kors, because it's happening, right? It's fucking happening. At the end of the day, right? If that son of a bitch can go ahead and recommend FTX, right? No. He going ahead, repping that FTX, right? Applejack's not a fraud. No, right? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this flat out, right? None of them made money until they hit AMC. I'd probably say Keenan, Wrench, and myself are the only established dudes who are making money legitimately. All these other dudes, they just exploited the movement. It was low hanging fruit, and you all bit. Sorry, right? And then what does it do? It benefits Matt. He gets the sponsorship with Rumble. Oh wow. Tell me someone can be bought without telling me that someone can be bought. Just saying. Option Drops, I love him too. He's raw. And you know what's funny? Option Drops will never get the traction that he deserves because we live in a society where everyone's so fucking butthurt that when you get someone like myself, right? No. All you need is love. No, I'm not butthurt, bro. Because I could buy you right now too. So there's privilege in that. Ain't nothing to be butthurt. But it says we are talking about butthurt. Right? We live in a society where everyone's butthurt. Can't say what you want to say, can't do what you want to do. You got to think like the crowd, right? You got to be forced into a mindset. All you need is love. I bet you I can. I bet you I can. If I can't buy you, I'll buy your employer. But everyone wants you to be confined into an ideology. There you go. I mean, show me the money and maybe, of course. Everyone has a price. Everyone, right? Especially if you ain't making that money yourself. Everyone has a price, especially if they ain't making that money themselves. So, I mean, this thing took off. Congratulations. It came up, broke a level. Of course, we talk about levels as well. Made bank. Hey, stream done. I'm done. Each and every day, we prove the power of Titan, and we prove how everybody else is fucking frauds. User of intellect, another fucking fraud. Right? They're all frauds. Right? Anyways. Every day we print. Every day we have an opportunity to print. I've given you guys a system that's evolved. We went from simple to complex back to simple. And this thing is here to stay. It's here to stay. Yeah, Novocaine, Keenan Grace, solid. Solid. He's solid. Period. Danny the Piercer. Boom, you guys are killing it over here. Alpha traders pumping penny stocks. Why a penny stock? That's Hot Potato, are you there? Hot Potato and I last night at about midnight, we were talking about penny stocks. We were talking about the type of men who pump the penny stocks, right? Ugh, penny stocks. You know, $500 worth of LMNOP is the same as $500 worth of NVIDIA, right? $500 worth of LMNOP is still the same as $500 worth of NVIDIA. A penny stock is a penny stock for a reason. NVIDIA is NVIDIA for a reason. Where do you park your money? On the possibility? On the possibility that Bam trying to fight Matt and they agreed? Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking Bam. Right? Whatever. Danny the Piercer. Did he do something wrong? No, he didn't do anything wrong. But anyways. Atlas for all low flow pumpers would load up, pump it, and then sell it to their followers buying. Absolutely. 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 You're sitting there buying shit for 10 cents, right? Just thinking like you could get a quick flip from that $500 going up 5 cents to $250 and it's quick money, right? That is not the stock market. The stock market's not going to reward you for being crooks. The stock market's not going to reward you for pumping shit. The stock market's going to reward you. The stock market will reward you with patience. That's it. Patience and time. It's not going to reward you with that nonsense. It's just not. Right? Anybody who's made money, how many of you made money pumping pennies? How many of you made money in the golden age of the market in COVID? How many of you made money in AMC? Now, I would damn near say there was quite a lot of people. Where are they now? They're broke. They're broke. Nothing was learned. Absolutely nothing was learned. They're going to keep making the same mistakes. Peace out. Link down in the description.